Hello again, Mike Gilligan here to talk to you about my temporary order of protection. This is part two. As I stated before, I am a father and ex-spouse and a victim of parental alienation or custodial interference, family bond obstruction, whatever you feel like calling it. Basically, it revolves around one parent negatively influenced children to reject the other parent, in this case me. Um, and one of the ways that these high conflict parents do this to the other parent is through an order of protection. Just a little bit about me. I am a retired New York City cop. That's me. Um, and I belong to a group called Americans for Legal Reform. We're very active in court watching and um, trying to do our best to correct situations in courtrooms and to fight for our rights, and to do as much as we can to make a difference and make sure that people in offices of the court are doing the right thing. I am Smash Parental Alienation. It's a patch that I created it's actually a Facebook page I created, and it's my symbol and for my fight to become a part of my kids' lives, which has been denied me by my ex-wife. That's me. I'm now a school bus driver. But let me talk about this here. Back in August 2016, my son Kyle um, was reaching out to me. He was having difficulty with his mother over kind of normal stuff, I would assume. And basically, he was texting me through Instagram, and he had locked himself in his room. And was telling me that he had enough. He's got to get away from his mother. His mother's on the telephone. She's talking to somebody he doesn't know, and she's putting him down. And basically, he's telling me he's going to go out the window of his bedroom, which is, on the first floor. Not, he's not going to jump out from the second floor or third floor. He's on the first floor. I basically gave him an ultimatum. He's got to go tell his mother that if she doesn't call me within 5 minutes, I'm going to have the police respond there to do a wellness check and, um, get to the bottom of what's going on. Well, I got a call within, less than a minute. And, as a result of ironing out that situation, and the ex-wife is accusing me, I haven't been around in 2 years, but, the bottom line was that I had to back off because Mrs. G was putting me in positions of trying to do harm to her, and to pressing my buttons, not being there when I would show up for my visitation. And I do have a stipulation agreement, and I am legally divorced. But what you're looking at here right now is one of the days that Mrs. Gilligan uses on her family offense petition for the order of protection. This is August 21st, 2016, 10 a.m. in the morning. I come to go see my kids. My stipulated time is Sunday morning, 10 o'clock till 7 p.m. Monday. So I have them a whole day, supposed to have them overnight. But I show up on this day, the 21st of August, and nobody's home. So I leave this foam board message, and basically you see what it says. It's not threatening, it's quite positive, and I'm looking for resolution to what my family is going through. But this is this is a Sunday. The following Sunday, I do the same thing. Basically, I show up on stipulated time, and nobody's home. And I leave this on the backboard of the basketball hoop in the driveway. Also, a very non-threatening foam board statement, and No parent, mom or dad, should have to plead to spend time with his kids, and that's really the way I feel. I've been put in the position of a visitor. I wanted the divorce. I got the divorce, and since my divorce has been final since in 2013, the ex has, ramped up her tactics on trying to exclude me from my kids' lives in every aspect. School, I had stepkids. I've been eliminated from their lives. It's pretty tragic and totally unnecessary. But here I am. I am legally divorced. This is my divorce decree. It's the judge's name here. You got my ex-wife's name, so her name is Debbie. And the judgment of divorce was entered on February 28, 2013, 11:23 a.m. And it's been pretty standard, and I am happily divorced, and it's also a certified copy. I also have a stipulation agreement. I have custody and visitation within this stipulation agreement. This is page 14, custody and visitation, Article 9. And what I have highlighted in yellow is my stipulated time to my parenting times. As a father shall have parenting time with the children as follows. Every Sunday morning from 10 a.m. through Monday morning when the kids commence school. However, in the summer or on 3-day weekends, the father shall have parenting time through Monday evening at 7 p.m. The father shall have one additional day per week for after school through 8 p.m. upon 48-hour notice to the mother. In the event the father work schedule changes, the parties agreed to modify the visitation schedule to accommodate the father's schedule with at least as much time as he has under this schedule. But you can see also I have other stipulations for holidays, Thanksgiving, recess, Christmas, all this stuff. That's pretty standard. She initials, I initials, and at the end it's signed by a judge, 2 attorneys, my ex and myself. So now what happens is pretty simple. Mrs. Gilligan on September 2nd, 2016, she goes and she files a family offense petition. And let me see where that is. Let's look and see what we got here. Let me pull it up for you. There we go. This is the order of protection. Let me go to the front page. This was filled out and served upon me on September 2nd, 2016. And it was done pretty quick. And it's worded, to scare you. On your failure to appear as herein directed, a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Now, the key word in here is may be issued. And it's all bogus. That's bogus. Doesn't say will, doesn't say, will be issued, but it says may, and it's all a bogus threat. And they throw in all these notices in here about how they'll proceed without you if you don't appear. And basically you have to appear to defend your honor, to defend your rights, and you have to do it in a timely manner. You have to do it on the 20th. I have to appear on the 20th, so that's almost 18 days after I'm served. And here's the family petition itself. It's handwritten by my ex-wife. You already know her name, but this is the family petition. She indicates that she's being stalking and trespassing. And here is her handwritten narrative. Well, I'm going to keep this up there. You can't see part of the bottom, but It indicates the August 28th, 2016, which is a Sunday, and August 21st, 2016, which is a Sunday. And basically, she's indicating that, she arrives home after I have left. I've been gone for quite some time, and she comes and sees the signs, and she indicates that as a result of seeing the signs, she is disturbed by this behavior and is afraid or scared. She says, "My children are scared and don't want to stay home nor sleep at home. I fear for the safety of my children and myself." She lays it on really thick here. But what is she afraid of? A sign on the basketball hoop that's non-threatening? Really doesn't articulate any violation, misdemeanor, or felony, or a family offense as stated in the Family Court Act of New York State. It's ridiculous. On the 21st, she even leaves out a key phrase that I put on the phone board was "I love you." You know what I mean? You can't get any more threatening than that, can you? But and she indicates again that she's well, I also on these 2 days I also did a Facebook Live from in front of her residence to document that I was there and that I was there on stipulated time to visit my children. But you can pause it and read that for yourself and determine whether or not you think it's valid to have an order of protection issued based on that narrative. But she also indicates in here that I'm a retired New York City cop, that I have guns, and that's basically a lie. I don't. Not that she was aware of that, because I had retired during the time that we were divorced, and but I purposely left without the guns because Mrs. G is capable of anything, and accusing me of pointing a gun at her or using my guns or threatening to use my guns is an easy tactic for her to cause a lot of attention on me, and I wasn't going to allow that to happen. But another interesting aspect of this thing is that 2 police reports were done on these days, the 21st and the 28th. And what's really interesting is that was suspect arrested? No. Offense committed? No. No offense listed. And it's the same thing on the other side. See, it says here no offense. Offense committed? No. So the judge who's reviewing this paperwork, this family petition, and these 2 pieces of 4 pieces of paper from the Suffolk County Police Department, how he determines that an order of protection should be issued when 2 police officers on 2 different dates indicate no offense is committed. Where does the judge come up with indicating that an offense is committed? And he's indicating that in everything in family court is done on the preponderance of evidence, and they place a lot of presumption on myself as being the respondent, and it's up to me to dispel these presumptions. And basically, the presumption is that they believe you did this, and that you are a danger, and it's up to me to prove that I'm not. And even if the complaining witness here doesn't articulate it very well, because it doesn't articulate a crime here at all. It's quite insulting. I'm a policeman, and I'm a retired policeman, and to see that the officers that responded put no offense committed, you can't get anything more in my favor, But here's the order of protection itself. It's got all this bullshit stuff in here about you may be arrested again. You could do 6 months in jail. It's a complete stay away from my ex-wife and my children, and they refrain from assault, stalking, harassment, aggravated harassment, menacing, reckless endangerment, strangulation, all this nonsense that doesn't even apply to my situation. And it's signed by this guy in the black robes, Jeffrey Arlen Spinner. He's another winner. This is the guy that grants the order of protection and um, violates my rights for over over 6 months, close to 7 months. Um, but this is the start. This is what happened. You tell me whether or not I'm 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 a threat to anybody based on what Mrs. Gilligan says right here in her narrative here. Feel free, like I said, to pause it and read it. It doesn't articulate anything, and I don't know what was said in open court on the second in front of Judge Spinner. If he read this and he read those reports, this order of protection should have been thrown in the garbage. Should have never been granted, but it was granted, and I was served the same day. Um, and This is what these people do in court. It's bad enough that my ex-wife uh, is hell-bent on keeping me away from my sons, and that's what this is all about, keeping me away from both my sons, because she's afraid of the love that I have for them and that they may eventually want to live with me. And the bottom line is it's all about money for her, because she exists on my $2,050 a month, and she needs it to survive for herself. And the court system, the family court system in Suffolk County, New York, is more than readily willing to do this and help her do this. And it also gives Judge Spinner an opportunity to sell services, which he did. He appointed my son's legal counsel, and a woman by the name of Teresa Mary, who I didn't consent to her benefit. You know what I mean? There's no reason for the boys to have an attorney in regards to this, because no statements were ever taken from them. Mrs. Gilligan says that they're afraid, but they never say to the officer that they're afraid, or he never phrases it that way. And she's just like I said, hell bent on keeping me away from our children. And all I want to do is be a part of and help her, and she wants nothing to do with it. As far as she's concerned, I'm out. And I divorced her. That means I'm out. That means I have to give up the kids too. I wasn't going to do that, and unfortunately, that's the situation that I'm in. But I'll stop it for now, this part of the video, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty of arraignment on September 20th, 2016, because that's when it starts to get interesting. But that's really what's going on here, and feel free to comment, and let me know what you think. Have a great night.